All right. So, Dad, before we hop into today's video, let's do a quick little promo for our sponsor, our continued sponsor, our ongoing sponsor.
Would that be findthebestcarprice.com at findthebestcarprice.com/insider, where Jeff and his team scour all the manufacturers' incentives and aggregate all that information into one place at, findthebestcarprice.com. Because if there's one thing you want to do in life, it is, indeed, to find the best car price. And the best place to find the best car price is at findthebestcarprice.com/insider. Thanks, Jeff. I think I nailed that one for you.
One more. You can fit it in there one more time.
No, I can't. No, I really can't. Even I found that entirely obnoxious.
Sir, what would you like for dinner tonight? Find the best car price.
Find the best car price, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Can I get that well done and overcooked?
Yeah. All right, Bob. Let's hop into the video. So we are talking about tactics and techniques you can use when you've negotiated your car deal, you're just about ready to sign the paperwork, and then you get hit with, well, the car actually has some accessories installed on it. Here's about $1,500 in add-ons that we've added to the car.
Yes.
I want to talk through, Dad, can you explain why dealers add accessories and add-ons, and give a couple examples, paint, sealant, low jack, the whole 9 yards. And then we have one proposed tactic that you can use when you run into this at the dealership and how you could try approaching it. And so, Dad, I'll hand it off to you. Why do dealers add these things? What are they? And then we'll get into our tactic.
Well, they're obviously a way for the dealerships to make some extra money. The tendency in retail automobile sales today is to sell new cars at very low or limited profit. And then to make that money back up through accessory sales or in F&I. So many dealerships will add protection packages, desert packages, whatever they want.
What is a desert package?
Well, when you're in the Southwest, the desert package might include the window tint, paint, sealant, clear bra, because there are a lot of pebbles and shit that get thrown up under the hood of your car. So they start adding all these items to the price of the car. Now, realistically, that all should be on an addendum label next to the window sticker.
Yeah, those won't show up on the Monroney, right?
No, because this is dealer installed stuff. But all that should be part of the negotiated out-the-door pricing that you've done. If it's something that they try and throw in after the fact to charge you for, I don't know about you, but I'd probably get the hell up and walk out because I thought I already negotiated the out-the-door price. And it's one thing to negotiate the out-the-door price and then have the finance person, gal or guy, try and sell you some of these protection packages, dent and ding, paint and leather protection, window tint, things of that nature, low jack. But that should be where they try to sell it to you, not where they say to you, well, it's already on the car, so you got to buy it. No. Just because you put it on the car doesn't mean I have to buy it. Now, I can tell you from experience, as a sales manager and a general sales manager and a general manager at dealerships, when we would put things on cars, and if customers just absolutely said, I'm not paying for them, well, I'm not losing a car sale, over window tint that, I might charge $3.99 for that cost me $99. I'm not losing that sale for $100. I'm not losing that sale for paint sealant that I might charge $9.99 for that cost me $110. It's hey, I gambled and I lost. What I realize is that in enough cases, more than enough to make up for it, people will say, okay, I'll take it. Or, okay, I'll take it if you reduce the price a little bit. And ultimately, the dealership ends up winning some additional profit that way, as opposed to just losing money for having installed things on a vehicle that a customer didn't ask for.
And it's important to understand, I mean, the dealership, a franchise new car dealership, has 3 areas where they can make money: selling cars, the parts department, and the service department. And
Yes.
so the sales department will actually bill the parts department for the parts to install, in some cases, as an accessory.
The parts department will charge the sales
Yeah.
department.
Oh, I got it backwards.
Yeah,
Yep.
you had it backwards. Yeah, it would be great if the sales department could bill the parts and service departments, but I'm pretty sure it's the other way around, because I've seen those bills.
And then do you then also get the service department involved to like install the accessories? So it's like, is it that way?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll never forget when I worked for a dealer group, and we had an outside vendor that did our details for us. And they charged us, I think it was $95 a car. And then the internal cost was $125. So we paid them $95. The dealer charged the sales department $125. So the dealer was making $30 for
Selling stuff to himself.
Now wait, yes, for himself. So here's the best part. So then one day I get an email that, well, the dealer has renegotiated with the outside vendor, and he's now paying $70 for the detail, and he's charging the new car department now $150. At which point I sent back an email. I said, the way you're negotiating on my behalf, I don't need you to do that for me anymore. I don't need you to get your price down and my price to go up. But every one of my cars, every one of my new cars, got charged $150 for this detail that only cost the dealership $70. So yes, there are charges, and yes, there are ways for the dealer to internalize a profit that goes, well, directly to him or her, as opposed to making it easier for the sales department to show some type of profit. But you know that going in. And so
well, I
when
don't think a lot of people do, so that's why it's important that we,
yes.
Yeah.
And that's why when a customer would say, well, I'm not paying you for the detail on the car. Well, I might have paid $150 for that $70 detail, but, I'm thinking, hey, I can't let that stand between me and actually delivering an automobile. So the dealer will end up, or the sales department will end up eating a lot of those items that a customer might not want. What the customer has to realize is that every one of those items is negotiable price-wise. I mean, dealers, if a dealer can come up with a $999 dock fee, okay, well, and they can come up with a $1,999 protection package that includes, I don't know, paint and leather sealant and window tint and door edge guards, and in that $1,999, they got, I don't know, $250 in costs tied up in it. Well, that means you can negotiate, because they're not afraid to invent like ridiculously high retail pricing for this stuff. So negotiate it. It's like everything else. If it's taxable, it's negotiable.
And so to that point, one tactic, and this actually came from a commenter who mentioned that they did this, and I think it's totally worth getting out in the open, is go get quotes for these similar things from like a local body shop, and take a written quote into the dealership. Be like, hey, the clear paint sealant that you put on the car that you're charging $999 for, I have a quote here for it to be $499. And you know what? I actually kind of want the clear paint sealant, so I'll pay the $499 if you match that. Like, yes. At the end of the day, it's negotiable, like you're saying. So as a tactic, go get some other quotes, come back in. The detail one might be a little bit tricky, but there's some examples there.
Yeah, the detail one was strictly an internal profit for the dealer. But yeah, that I'll never forget that email and said, I don't need you negotiating for me in the future. Every time you negotiate, it costs me more money. I don't get it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
That's
it's a good thing he liked me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, because most dealers would have told me to get the hell out, pack up my box and get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I tell you?
So if you're buying a new car if you're buying a used car even at a dealership and it's got these add-ons and accessories, now hopefully you've got a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on
Yes.
behind the scenes. And also, that one tactic, go get quotes for things and negotiate. At the end of the day, like you said, Dad, we got to get some t-shirts or like a coffee mug. If it's taxable, it's negotiable. I love that. Yes,
Yes,
you can put it right on there.
let's get merch. If it's taxable, it's negotiable. I
love
like
it.
that. Yeah, let's do it. People are asking for merch.
I'm in. All right, I'll get to work this afternoon.
Okay, and maybe we can get somebody to put together Your Auto Advocate watches. I was thinking about all the watches I have.
Yeah.
And what I realized is I keep buying all these watches because my hope is that ultimately they give me more time. But realistically, I just have more ways to know how much time I have.
You're something else, man. I love you. All right, thank you for your time, Dad.
I love you too, Zach. Have a
You're
good one.
limited time.
Huh?
Your limited time.
Yes, my time is limited. Everybody's is.
Yeah,
Love you,
love
honey.
it, pups. See ya.